Project 1065, Chapter 22, Our Submarine. Taking a Jew into Berlin, the heart of Nazi Germany, where Jews were public enemy number one, was indeed a problem, a big one. Berlin wasn't really Jew-free, the way the Nazis claimed. It couldn't be. Anybody with half a brain knew there still had to be Jews in the city, hidden away in secret rooms by sympathetic Germans. The German people even had a nickname for the hidden Jews. They called them U-boats, like the German submarines. I guess because, like U-boats, the Jews were lurking there beneath the surface. The SS were thugs, but they weren't stupid. They knew there were still Jews in Berlin. They just hadn't found them yet, but they were searching for them, hard. And if the SS discovered you were hiding Jews in your home, you were sunk. Your whole family would be sent off to a concentration camp with them. Taking Simon back to Berlin with us and hiding him in our embassy was super dangerous to all of us. Not to mention it might lead to a major international incident if the Irish ambassador was discovered hiding a Jewish British spy. We slipped into our home at the embassy around 3 o'clock in the morning, while all the staff were asleep. Our staff were all German, and though we knew them all by name and they had worked for the embassy for years, Da and Ma still assumed that one or more of them were reporting us to the Gestapo. Right when we moved here, my parents told me to watch what I said and did around the staff, but that was good advice anywhere in Berlin. Da and Ma carried Simon to the secret little room in the back of Da's study. It was a tiny space no bigger than a closet, where we hid all the books and the Nazis wanted us to burn. Like the missing family in that empty gray house, whoever they were, we had a stash of forbidden books too. I waited there with Simon while Da went for the medicine bag, and Ma went to the kitchen for food. Well, at least I'll have something to do while I'm holed up, Simon said, looking around at all our forbidden books. Murder on the Orient Express, The Dragon Murder Case, The Maltese Falcon, he said, reading some of the titles. You've got quite a collection of mystery novels. Which one's your favorite? Simon asked me. I shrugged. I haven't read any of them. Simon stared at me flabbergasted. You've never read any of them? You're in a country that is burning piles of books. Books just like these. You're risking your life to stop the Nazis from doing it. You're fighting people to give people everywhere. You're fighting to give people everywhere the right to do what they want, to read what they want, to think for themselves. All this, he said, gesturing at the books on the shelves. This is what you're fighting for. And you haven't even bothered to read them? The Nazis may as well throw them on the fire if you're not going to read them. I burned red with shame, and I put my hands up in surrender. Okay, I said, sorry. This isn't a game, kiddo, Simon said. It's a war, and it's not enough to say the Nazis are bad guys. It's not who you're fighting against that matters. It's what you're fighting for. Simon pulled a book off the shelf, The Golden Spiders by Rex Stout. He put it in my hand. We'll start with this one, he said. Read a few chapters, and then come back every day, and we'll talk about it. I gaped at him. I already go to school. Where you're taught not one single thing of educational value, Da said, coming back with the medicine bag. I think it's a brilliant idea. Just make sure you don't let the staff see you reading it, Ma said. She'd come back with a sandwich and a glass of milk for Simon. I groaned and flipped through the pages. It looked boring. Ma went to work cleaning and bandaging Simon's arm, while Da retraced our steps, making sure there were no drops of blood for the staff to find the next day. Simon hissed with pain as my mother dabbed at his arm with alcohol. Did you hear the one about the Englishman, the Scotsman, and the Irishman who were being chased by the Gestapo? He asked me in a strained voice. There he went, joking again. I figured he was trying to focus on something else beside the pain, so I played along while Ma continued to work. Can't say that I have, I told him. They hide out in this old warehouse where there are 3 empty sacks on the floor, and each of them jumps into a sack. The Gestapo officer comes in and sees 3 full sacks on the floor. He kicks the first one and the Englishman shouts, "Woof, woof!" The Gestapo man thinks it's just an old dog in the sack, so he kicks the second bag. The Scotsman cries, "Meow, meow," and the officer leaves it alone. He's thinking it must be a cat. He kicks the third sack, and the Irishman yells, "Potatoes, potatoes!" Potato jokes? Really? I said. Lieutenant Gowan gave me his big, straight-toothed smile. Ma had finished with his arm and was tending to his ankle when Da came back. I'll start working on a plan right away to get you out of Germany, Ma told Simon. Not you? He asked Da. I'm the legit side of the business, he told Simon. She's the clandestine part. Once my parents told me what they were up to that night of broken glass, I'd begun to see the strange things my mother did in a new light. Like the time when I was 7, just after we moved to Berlin, when Ma had taken me for a walk all around the city, shooting my picture in front of the Tempelhof Airport, the German Ministry of Aviation, and the Reich Chancellery, the building from which Adolf Hitler ruled. She hadn't been taking pictures of me. Not really. She'd been taking pictures of strategic targets. Even then, I'd been a part of the family business. I just hadn't known it yet. Women and children make terrific spies, Ma told me later. because people always underestimate us. It will take some time to arrange the transportation, Ma told Simon now. But you're not going anywhere until this ankle heals anyhow. You've lost a lot of blood too. A few days' rest and recuperation wouldn't go amiss, I'm thinking. What in the name of all that's holy were you doing flying solo over Berlin in broad daylight? Di asked. American bombers attacked during the day, but there were dozens, hundreds of them at a time, not solo planes that were easy to shoot at. Taking pictures, Simon said. He sucked in air and the color drained from his face as Ma tested his ankle. Photos ruined, though. All for nothing. The Nazis are developing some new kind of airplane. Works without propellers. Super fast. Caught it on the runway during testing. They call it Projekt 1065.